Christmas starters set the mood for the entire meal. They're the first thing guests reach for, the first flavors everyone remembers, and the moment when the holiday atmosphere really begins. But let's be honest. Many traditional Christmas starters are heavy, salty, and filling. By the time dinner arrives, people already feel weighed down. That's why this video is a little different. Today, I'm sharing 21 heart-healthy Christmas starter recipes that are light, festive, and full of flavor. These are heart-healthy food choices commonly included in balanced, heart-conscious lifestyles. They're lower in heaviness, big on color, and designed to feel good on the table without taking away from the main meal. You'll see a mix of fresh bites, warm holiday starters, and simple crowd pleasers that look impressive but don't require complicated prep. These ideas are helpful for everyday healthy eating, but they're also perfect for Christmas gatherings, family dinners, and holiday parties. We're keeping the pace lively so this never feels boring. Short ingredient lists, clear steps, quick cooking times, and plenty of festive inspiration you can actually use. No long explanations, no complicated techniques, just enjoyable starter ideas that fit right into a heart-conscious lifestyle. Let's keep things moving and jump straight into recipe number 1. Recipes 1 to 5. Fresh and amp. Light starters. Let's start with the fresh and light options. These are perfect for opening the meal. They're colorful, quick to prepare, and feel refreshing on the table. Great if you want something that looks festive without feeling heavy. 1. Cucumber avocado bites. Cooking time, about 10 minutes. No cooking needed at all. Ingredients. 1 large cucumber, sliced into thick rounds. 1 ripe avocado. 1 tablespoon fresh lemon juice. A small pinch of black pepper. Method. Start by slicing the cucumber into even rounds and laying them flat on a serving plate. These act as your base. Next, cut the avocado in half, remove the seed, and scoop the flesh into a small bowl. Add the lemon juice and mash gently with a fork until smooth but still a little chunky. Spoon a small amount of the avocado mixture onto each cucumber slice. You don't need much. Just enough to sit nicely on top. Finish with a light sprinkle of black pepper. These bites are fresh, creamy, and visually clean. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and fit easily into heart-conscious lifestyles. Simple, bright, and a great way to start the Christmas table without overwhelming the appetite. Let's keep that fresh vibe going, because the next starter is just as easy and even more colorful. 2. Tomato basil skewers. Cooking time, about 10 minutes from start to finish. Ingredients. 1 cup cherry tomatoes, fresh basil leaves, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Method. Start by washing the cherry tomatoes and gently patting them dry. Take small skewers or toothpicks and begin threading 1 cherry tomato followed by a fresh basil leaf. Repeat until the skewer feels balanced and colorful. You want that classic red and green holiday look. Once all the skewers are arranged on a serving plate, lightly drizzle them with olive oil just before serving. No soaking, no heavy dressing. Just enough to bring everything together. These tomato basil skewers are simple, fresh, and full of natural flavor. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and work beautifully as part of a heart-conscious lifestyle. Light, festive, and perfect for keeping the starter table feeling fresh and inviting. Next up, we're adding a little crunch and color with a starter that looks great in individual cups. 3. Carrot hummus cups. Cooking time, about 5 minutes. This one is as quick as it gets. Ingredients. 1 cup hummus, 1 cup carrot sticks. Method. Start by spooning the hummus into small serving cups or mini bowls. You don't need to overfill them. Just enough to give each cup a smooth, creamy base. Next, place a few carrot sticks upright into each cup so they stand neatly and are easy to grab. That's it. No mixing, No cooking, no stress. These carrot hummus cups are colorful, tidy, and great for parties because everyone gets their own portion. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and are helpful for everyday healthy eating, especially during busy holiday gatherings. Simple, clean, and very easy to serve. Let's keep things fresh and light, because the next starter brings a sweet holiday twist. 4. Watermelon mint bites cooking time. About 10 minutes, plus a short chill time if you have room in the fridge. Ingredients. 2 cups watermelon, cut into bite-sized cubes. Fresh mint leaves method. Start by cutting the watermelon into neat, bite-sized cubes and placing them on a serving tray. Make sure the pieces are easy to pick up. Next, gently tear or place a small mint leaf on top of each cube. You don't need much. Just enough to add a fresh, holiday pop of green. Once assembled, place the tray in the refrigerator for a few minutes before serving. That quick chill makes these bites extra refreshing, especially if your Christmas table includes warm dishes. Watermelon mint bites are light, colorful, and feel like a breath of fresh air between richer holiday foods. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and fit nicely into heart-conscious lifestyles. Simple, festive, and perfect for starting the meal on a fresh note. Now let's switch things up with a starter that feels a little richer, but still keeps things light. 5. Roasted red pepper rolls cooking time. About 15 minutes from start to finish. Ingredients. 1 cup roasted red peppers, 1/2 cup soft spreadable cheese alternative, a light sprinkle of black pepper method. Lay the roasted red peppers flat on a clean surface or cutting board. Using a spoon or small spatula, spread a thin, even layer of the soft cheese alternative over each pepper. You want enough to coat the surface without weighing it down. Once spread, gently roll each pepper tightly from one end to the other. Place the rolls seam side down and slice them into small pinwheels. Finish with a light sprinkle of black pepper just before serving. These roasted red pepper rolls look festive and elegant on the plate, but they're surprisingly easy to make. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and work well as part of a heart-conscious lifestyle. Soft, flavorful, and perfect for rounding out this fresh and light starter section. That wraps up our fresh and light starters. Next, we're moving into warm, festive options that still keep things balanced for the holidays. Recipes 6 to 10. Warm and amp. Festive. Now let's move into the warm and festive starters. These bring comfort and holiday aroma to the table without feeling heavy. They're perfect when you want something cozy that still fits into heart-healthy food choices and heart-conscious lifestyles. 6. Baked stuffed mushrooms cooking time. About 20 minutes in the oven. Ingredients. 12 button mushrooms, 1/2 cup breadcrumbs, 1 tablespoon olive oil, a light sprinkle of garlic powder method. Start by gently wiping the mushrooms clean and carefully removing the stems. Set the caps aside on a baking tray. Finely chop the mushroom stems and place them in a small bowl. Add the breadcrumbs, olive oil, and a light sprinkle of garlic powder to the chopped stems. Mix everything together until the filling looks evenly combined and slightly moist. Spoon the mixture into each mushroom cap, pressing gently so the filling stays in place. Once filled, place the tray into a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and bake for about 20 minutes, until the tops are lightly golden. These baked stuffed mushrooms are warm, comforting, and perfect for the holidays. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and are designed for everyday healthy eating, even during festive meals. Next up, we're keeping that warm holiday feel going with a simple starter that brings natural sweetness to the table. 7. Sweet potato rounds cooking time. About 25 minutes in the oven. Ingredients. 1 large sweet potato, 1 tablespoon olive oil method. Start by washing the sweet potato and slicing it into even, round pieces. Try to keep the slices similar in thickness so they cook evenly. Place the rounds on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Using a brush or spoon, lightly coat each slice with olive oil. You don't need much. Just enough to help them bake evenly and bring out their natural flavor. Bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 25 minutes, flipping halfway through if needed, until the rounds are tender and lightly golden. Sweet potato rounds are warm, comforting, and naturally festive. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and fit nicely into heart-conscious lifestyles. Simple, satisfying, and perfect as a warm Christmas starter. Let's keep moving, because the next starter adds a little crunch and color using everyday vegetables. 8. Mini Veggie Flatbread Squares. Cooking time, about 15 minutes in the oven. Ingredients: whole grain flatbread, mixed vegetables, finely chopped. Method: place the whole grain flatbread on a baking tray. Spread the finely chopped mixed vegetables evenly across the surface, making sure every bite gets a bit of color and texture. Press them down gently so they stay in place while baking. Slide the tray into a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit and bake for about 15 minutes, just until the flatbread is warmed through and the vegetables are lightly softened. Once out of the oven, let it cool slightly, then cut the flatbread into small squares that are easy to pick up and share. These mini veggie flatbread squares are warm, colorful, and great for serving a crowd. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and are helpful for everyday healthy eating during the holidays. Next, we're turning a simple vegetable into a warm, crispy holiday bite. 9. Zucchini Parmesan chips. Cooking time, about 20 minutes in the oven. Ingredients: 1 medium zucchini, 1/4 cup grated cheese. Alternative method: start by washing the zucchini and slicing it into thin, even rounds. Arrange the slices in a single layer on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Keeping them spaced helps them crisp up nicely. Sprinkle a small amount of the grated cheese alternative over each slice. You don't need a heavy layer. Just enough to add flavor and help create that lightly crisp topping. Bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes, until the zucchini is tender and the tops are lightly golden and crisp. These zucchini chips are warm, crunchy, and satisfying without feeling heavy. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and fit easily into heart-conscious lifestyles. Perfect for adding a little crunch to your Christmas starter table. One more warm favorite coming up, and this one is simple, filling, and great for serving in small cups. 10. Lentil Holiday Cups. Cooking time, about 25 minutes total. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked lentils, 1 tablespoon olive oil, a light sprinkle of paprika. Method: start by placing the cooked lentils into a small saucepan. Add the olive oil and a light sprinkle of paprika, then gently warm everything over low to medium heat. Stir occasionally so the lentils heat evenly and pick up the seasoning without drying out. Once warmed through, spoon the lentils into small serving cups or mini bowls. Keeping the portions small makes them easy to enjoy as a starter and keeps the flow of the meal light. These lentil holiday cups are warm, comforting, and perfect for winter gatherings. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and are helpful for everyday healthy eating during the holidays. That wraps up our warm and festive starters. Next, we're moving into classic holiday flavors with a lighter, heart-conscious twist. Recipes 11 to 15. Classic with a light twist. Now we're moving into classic holiday flavors, but with a lighter feel. These starters bring familiar Christmas tastes to the table while keeping portions small and balanced. They're easy to prepare, look festive, and fit nicely into heart-healthy food choices often included in heart-conscious lifestyles. 11. Cranberry Walnut Salad Cups. Cooking time, about 10 minutes. no cooking required. Ingredients: mixed greens, 1/4 cup dried cranberries, 2 tablespoons chopped walnuts. Method: place the mixed greens into a large bowl and add the dried cranberries and chopped walnuts. Gently toss everything together so the ingredients are evenly mixed without crushing the greens. Once combined, spoon the salad into small bowls, cups, or even lettuce cups for easy serving. Keeping the portions small makes these perfect as a starter rather than a full salad. These cranberry walnut salad cups feel festive and familiar, with a nice mix of textures and color. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and are helpful for everyday healthy eating during holiday meals. Let's keep that classic holiday feel going, because the next starter brings warm spices and a comforting bite. 12. Baked falafel bites. Cooking time: about 25 minutes in the oven. Ingredients: 1 cup chickpeas, a light sprinkle of garlic powder, olive oil spray. Method: start by placing the chickpeas into a blender or food processor. Add a light sprinkle of garlic powder and blend until the mixture comes together with a slightly coarse texture. You want it blended, but not completely smooth. Scoop small portions of the mixture and gently shape them into bite-sized balls or small patties. Place them on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Lightly spray the tops with olive oil to help them bake evenly. Bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 25 minutes, turning once halfway through, until the bites are lightly golden on the outside. These baked falafel bites are warm, satisfying, and easy to serve at holiday gatherings. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and fit well into heart-conscious lifestyles, especially when you want a starter that feels hearty without being heavy. Next up, we're keeping things fresh with a simple, colorful dip that comes together in minutes. 13. Avocado bean salsa. Cooking time: about 10 minutes, no cooking required. Ingredients: 1 ripe avocado, 1/2 cup beans, drained and rinsed, fresh lime juice. Method: start by cutting the avocado in half, removing the seed, and dicing the flesh into small cubes. Place the avocado into a bowl, then add the beans. Squeeze a little fresh lime juice over the mixture to bring everything together. Gently mix until combined, being careful not to mash the avocado too much. The goal is a chunky, scoopable salsa that holds its shape. Serve this avocado bean salsa with veggie sticks or small spoons so guests can easily help themselves. It's fresh, colorful, and feels light on the table. This kind of starter is often included in heart-healthy food choices and works well as part of a heart-conscious lifestyle. Now let's switch to something warm and flaky that still keeps portions light. 14. Spinach phyllo triangles. Cooking time: about 20 minutes in the oven. Ingredients: phyllo sheets, spinach filling. Method: start by laying out the phyllo sheets on a clean surface. Cut them into long strips and place a small spoonful of spinach filling near one end of each strip. Be careful not to overfill. A little goes a long way. Fold the phyllo over the filling, creating a triangle shape, and continue folding until fully sealed. Place the triangles on a baking tray lined with parchment paper. Bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius, or 350 degrees Fahrenheit, for about 20 minutes, until the phyllo is crisp and lightly golden. These spinach phyllo triangles feel classic and festive, but still light and easy to enjoy. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and fit nicely into heart-conscious lifestyles, especially when served in small portions. One more classic starter coming up, and this one adds a little crunch to the table. 15. Roasted chickpeas. Cooking time: about 30 minutes in the oven. Ingredients: 1 can chickpeas, drained and rinsed, a light sprinkle of paprika. Method: start by draining and rinsing the chickpeas, then pat them dry with a clean towel. Removing extra moisture helps them roast evenly and become nicely crisp. Spread the chickpeas in a single layer on a baking tray. Sprinkle lightly with paprika and gently toss so they're evenly coated. Keep the seasoning simple so the natural flavor stands out. Bake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 degrees Fahrenheit for about 30 minutes, stirring once halfway through, until the chickpeas are crunchy on the outside. These roasted chickpeas are crunchy, warm, and perfect for snacking-style starters. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and are helpful for everyday healthy eating during the holidays. That brings us to the end of our classic starters with a light twist. Next, we're moving into crowd-pleasing holiday bites that are easy to serve and even easier to enjoy. Recipes 16 to 20. Crowd pleasers. These next starters are all about easy wins. They're familiar, festive, and perfect for sharing. Simple ingredients, short prep time, and no complicated steps. These are the kinds of starters people keep reaching for without even thinking about it. 16. Apple Walnut Bites. Cooking time, about 15 to 20 minutes total. Mostly prep, very little waiting. Ingredients: 1 large apple, sliced into bite-sized pieces, 2 tablespoons chopped walnuts, a light drizzle of honey or maple syrup, optional. A pinch of cinnamon, optional. Method: start by washing the apple and slicing it into small, bite-sized pieces. Arrange the slices on a serving plate so they're easy to grab. Sprinkle the chopped walnuts evenly over the top. If you like a touch of sweetness, add a very light drizzle of honey or maple syrup. Finish with a small pinch of cinnamon for that warm holiday feel. That's it. No cooking required unless you prefer to warm the apples slightly in the oven for a few minutes. Either way works beautifully. These apple walnut bites feel festive and familiar, with a nice balance of crunch and sweetness. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and fit well into heart-conscious lifestyles, especially during holiday gatherings. Next up, we're bringing in color and grill-style flavor with an easy veggie favorite. 17. Grilled veggie skewers. Cooking time, about 20 to 25 minutes total. Ingredients: 1 cup bell peppers, cut into chunks, 1 cup zucchini, sliced, 1 cup mushrooms, 1 tablespoon olive oil. Method: start by preparing the vegetables. Cut the bell peppers into chunks, slice the zucchini, and clean the mushrooms. Place everything into a bowl, add the olive oil, and gently toss so the vegetables are lightly coated. Thread the vegetables onto skewers, mixing the colors for a festive look. Place the skewers on a grill pan or in the oven under a grill setting and cook for about 20 to 25 minutes, turning occasionally until the vegetables are tender and lightly charred. Serve warm or at room temperature. These skewers are colorful, easy to share, and always popular at holiday tables. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and fit naturally into heart-conscious lifestyles. Let's keep the crowd pleasers coming, because the next one is warm, comforting, and perfect for serving in small cups. 18. Mini quinoa cups. Cooking time, about 20 minutes total. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked quinoa, 1 tablespoon olive oil, a small pinch of black pepper, optional chopped herbs for garnish. Method: start by warming the cooked quinoa gently in a small pan. Add the olive oil and a small pinch of black pepper, stirring just until everything is evenly mixed and heated through. You don't need to cook it further. Just warm it enough to bring the flavors together. Once warmed, spoon the quinoa into mini cups or small bowls. If you like, finish with a sprinkle of chopped herbs on top for a fresh, festive look. These mini quinoa cups are simple, filling, and easy to serve at gatherings. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and are helpful for everyday healthy eating during the holidays. Next, we're adding a pop of color and a creamy texture with a dip-style starter that's perfect for sharing. 19. Beetroot yogurt dip. Cooking time, about 15 to 20 minutes total, including prep. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked beetroot, finely chopped, 1/2 cup plain yogurt or yogurt alternative, A light squeeze of lemon juice method. Start by placing the chopped cooked beetroot into a bowl. Add the yogurt and a light squeeze of lemon juice. Gently mix until everything is well combined and the dip turns a vibrant pink color. Taste and adjust the texture by stirring a little more yogurt if needed. Spoon the dip into a small serving bowl and smooth the top for a clean finish. Serve this beetroot yogurt dip with veggie sticks or whole grain crackers. It's colorful, creamy, and stands out on any holiday table. This kind of dip is commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and fits well into heart-conscious lifestyles. One more crowd pleaser to go, and this one is quick, simple, and perfect for grazing. 20. Corn and amp. Herb salad spoons. Cooking time, about 15 to 20 minutes total. Ingredients: 1 cup cooked corn kernels, 1 tablespoon olive oil, fresh herbs, finely chopped, such as parsley or dill. A light squeeze of lemon juice method. Start by placing the cooked corn into a mixing bowl. Add the olive oil, chopped fresh herbs, and a light squeeze of lemon juice. Gently mix everything together until the corn is evenly coated and looks fresh and glossy. Once mixed, spoon small portions onto serving spoons or into mini cups. This makes them easy to grab and keeps the presentation clean and festive. These corn and herb salad spoons are bright, fresh, and perfect for grazing before the main meal. They're often included in heart-healthy food choices and work beautifully as part of a heart-conscious lifestyle, especially during busy holiday gatherings. That wraps up our crowd-pleasing starters. Next, we're finishing strong with fast, festive bites that come together in minutes. Recipes -25. Fast finishers. We're finishing strong now. These last starters are quick, festive, and perfect when time is tight. Each one uses just a few ingredients, one simple step, and comes together fast. Ideal for the final stretch of holiday prep. Pear and amp. Nut toasts. Cooking time, about 10 to 15 minutes total. Ingredients: 4 small slices whole grain bread, 1 medium pear, thinly sliced, 2 tablespoons chopped nuts, 1 teaspoon honey or maple syrup. Optional. Method: toast the bread lightly, then top each slice with pear slices and chopped nuts. Finish with a light drizzle of honey or maple syrup if you like, then cut each toast into small squares or triangles for easy serving. These pear and nut toasts are simple, festive, and feel just right at the end of a starter spread. They're commonly included in heart-healthy food choices and work well as part of a heart-conscious lifestyle. Next up, another fast finisher that's cool, crisp, and perfect for the holiday table. And that's all heart-healthy Christmas starters. Light, festive, and easy to enjoy at any holiday gathering. Perfect if you're hosting and short on time, but still want something that looks festive on the table. Light, festive, and great for sharing, especially when guests are moving around and grazing. Another heart-healthy food choice often included in balanced holiday meals, and it fits right in with a heart-conscious lifestyle. And there you have it. That's 21 heart-healthy Christmas starter recipes designed for everyday healthy eating and joyful holiday tables. Light options, warm favorites, and quick bites that fit beautifully into heart-conscious lifestyles without taking away from the fun of the season. If you enjoyed this kind of simple, festive food inspiration, take a moment to like the video. It really helps the channel. Share it with someone planning Christmas dinner or hosting a holiday gathering, especially if they're looking for lighter starter ideas that everyone can enjoy. And if you'd like more heart-healthy food choices, everyday meal inspiration, and easy holiday ideas like this, don't forget to subscribe. More festive, balanced lifestyle content is coming your way.